So you brought up the statistic that a fourth of women will be in their lifetime. I read the same thing before I went to university, that a fourth of women would be on my college campus in the 4 years that they were there. The problem with these statistics is that they aren't true. It's not the case that a fourth of women are. It's actually the fact that when you look at the surveys that people do in this area, they've expanded the definition of what is. So while you still see in your head violent crime when you hear the word, actually, what a lot of these things are covering are things like pressure from a boyfriend to have sex when they don't want to. I will break up with you if you don't sleep with me. This kind of stuff, which is of course terrible stuff, really bad. You know, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, but it's not what we all have in our brains when we think of this word. So I think the way we're talking about these issues actually makes women more afraid than they're supposed to be. Because if I actually believed that there was a 25% chance that I would be in my time at university, I'd never go to university. That would be a ridiculous thing to do, but it's not the case. And none of us actually believe that that's the case because it's not true. And I think it's a really dangerous message to be giving young women that the nightlife is this dangerous. And I think the stats coming out off the back of these things, where we're all convinced that these things are a lot more prevalent than they are that something like 80% of young women at university are afraid of going out at night. Something like 25% of young women are afraid to be on campus during the day. These things are not dangerous things, but we've convinced ourselves that they are. I think this is a lot more of a barrier to women's freedom in that women think that they're in danger all the time when really this is not true.
Why the fuck are you trusting anonymous bitches on this fucking T app? Do not believe everything you read on there. I did a little experiment in the Denver T app area, okay? So I posted a man that I met in Arizona like a while ago that there's no way anybody in Denver would have talked to him or seen him or anything. Like, he's never even fucking been to Denver. Just to see if some bitches would say something to stir shit up. I posted it and I was like, we've been on some dates, things have been going well, just trying to see if like anybody else has been talking to him or seeing him. Some bitch commented, said we went on a date not too long ago. Like, bitch, you're a fucking liar. And then I commented back on it and I was like, you're fucking lying because I literally posted this guy who's not even from here. There's no way anybody would have gone on a date with him. So you're a fucking liar. These bitches straight up will just lie just to ruin some shit you have going on. And that's the other thing. Don't be posting your man because these bitches will come for him. I don't get why women trust other women just because they're women. Women are grimy as fuck too. And I've even had some male friends that have had shit said about them that's out of pocket, like to the fucking max. It's just not okay. So if you're gonna take anything from the T app, make sure you get receipts with it. Otherwise, don't fucking believe anything these bitches are saying. People love to be messy just to be messy. Oh, and the bitch literally deleted her comment after I said that, so she knows she's fucking lying. Fucking losers, lame ass bitches.
All right, I'm gonna say it. Some of y'all aren't gonna like it, but even though I'm saying it looking like a hot mess, it doesn't make it any less true. If women can leave a marriage just because they're unhappy, then men can leave a marriage just because they're unappreciated. We praise women for choosing themselves when they're walking away from a good man. He's been faithful, he's been consistent, but when a man says he's done for being taken advantage of, feeling like he's not appreciated, all of a sudden he's a bad guy. So why is her happiness validated, but his exhaustion is not? Why is finding her self-empowerment, but his boundary is selfishness? Marriage is supposed to be a two-way street. So if it's okay that a woman checks out emotionally, and we call it growth, men can walk away when they feel like they're being treated like background characters in a story. So let's talk about it. Are men allotted the same graces that women are given when they walk away from a relationship or a marriage?
The answer is hell no.
Feminists are always giving half-assed statistics or incomplete statistics. It also happened with the so-called gender wage gap. In order for that great statistic to be true, a large number of the world's population of men would be in jail.
Of course!
Modern women always rely on other female strangers to tell them about the men they're dating, and it almost always destroys their relationships. Women who take other women's word over yours are definitely not the type of women you want to get involved with.
No question about that.
Real Men of Genius.